Hi everyone, welcome to another GCSE chemistry video by SMARTPATHTUTORING. This is about more exothermic and endothermic reactions. Energy transfer can be measured. You can measure the amount of energy released by a chemical reaction in solution by taking the temperature of the reagents, mixing them in a polystyrene cup, and measuring the temperature of the solution at the end of the reaction. The biggest problem with energy measurements is the amount of energy lost to the surroundings. You can reduce it a bit by putting the polystyrene cup into a beaker of cotton wool to give more insulation, and putting a lid on the cup to reduce energy lost by evaporation. This method works for neutralization reactions or reactions between metals and acids, or carbonates and acids. You can also use this method to investigate what effect different variables have on the amount of energy transferred. For example, the mass or concentration of the reactants used. Here is how you could test the effect of acid concentration on the energy released in a neutralization reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Reaction profiles show energy changes. Reaction profiles are diagrams that show the relative energies of the reactants and products in a reaction, and how the energy changes over the course of the reaction. Exothermic reaction profile. This shows an exothermic reaction. The products are at a lower energy than the reactants. The difference in height represents the overall energy change in the reaction, the energy given out per mole. The initial rise in energy represents the energy needed to start the reaction. This is the activation energy. The activation energy is the minimum amount of energy the reactants need to collide with each other and react. The greater the activation energy, the more energy needed to start the reaction. This has to be supplied, for example, by heating the reaction mixture. Endothermic reaction profile. This shows an endothermic reaction because the products are at a higher energy than the reactants. The difference in height represents overall energy change during the reaction, the energy taken in per whole. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.